Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric. Thought today we would talk about uh, warranty work, how to get it and how to find it, and some of the good places to have to work for as far as warranty and some that aren't so good. Alright, so if you're starting a small engine repair business, the bread and butter should be coming from your clientele, your regulars coming in. But that shouldn't stop you from seeking warranty work as well. There's good and bad to all of them. Some warranty companies base it on what they feel is the amount of time that it should take on a normal job per se. And they have like 30-minute allotment for this, an hour allotment for that, and so forth. And if you're a really good mechanic, you can do it in less time and make more money. If you're not so good, you may be spending an hour and a half doing a job that the warranty company is only willing to pay you for 30 minutes. So you got to be careful. Where do you find warranty work? Alright, so you in order to have warranty work, you have to have a business name, sales tax number, and of course a place to work, a shop. Your normal routes can be with your Kohler, your Briggs, Kawasaki. All your big names, you have to apply directly with them. And for some of them, they require you to buy so much in whole goods and so much in parts, where others don't. But the majority of the manufacturers, when you first get started, they want you to buy so much from them first. And when you're working on their stuff, you have to use their OEM parts in their machines. Sounds reasonable, right? But the other places that you can look, I mentioned in a previous video that I knew I couldn't compete with the big box stores. We're a Cub Cadet dealer, we're a Kohler dealer, we're a Honda dealer, on and on. I could have my yard littered with brand new machines. And the bulk of those machines would be still sitting here if I had ordered a floor plan from the manufacturers. And why would that be the case? Well, because I would have to mark mine up higher to make anything on it compared to the big box stores. And when I say big box, I'm talking about Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, Tractor Supply, just to name a few. Most customers look at price, and then convenience comes after price. Now, the guys that are out there for sales try to tell us, well, we sell to the big box, the cheaper brands. But where you can make money is on the more expensive ones. No, you're just asking me to spend more money on things that are probably going to sit in my front yard. What I do for customers is if they want one of those big pricey things, I'll look it up for them, I'll get them a price on it and say, okay, this is what you're looking at. Do you want me to order or not? In most cases, the answer is no. So I'd have been sitting on a bunch of stuff out here. So what I did early on was I went to Tractor Supply, is the first one I did. And I said, look, I will not compete with you on whole goods, on riding lawnmowers, push mowers, weed eaters, what have you. Not going to do it. What I would like to have is your service work. And when I mean your service work, I mean the stuff that comes back that needs to be repaired and to help your customers out. See, because the biggest gripe that the managers had in our area were the shops that they had been taking them to. They'd sit there for a year and not even be touched. And what I've seen over the years is a lot of these shops, if you didn't buy the unit from them, you aren't their top priority. Meaning, they're going to deal with their customers that are buying units from them every year after year versus someone that bought one at a big box store and then wants these guys, the shops, to fix it. And they're just saying, yeah, I'll fix it for warranty. But they keep pushing it back, because they're bringing their customers that they're dealing with to the shop first. So what I told their management was, look, we don't have any customers for whole goods. So you're going to be our best customer. So with you being our best customer, that means we will get your stuff in and get your stuff back quickly. And it was a partnership. It's a good partnership. So if you have a chance to partner with, like Tractor Supply, they're a great company to partner with. But like anything, you need to treat them fair. A lot of times with them, after we had done the repairs, they would stick them back out front. If it was a return, we'd go through it and they stick it back out front, but they'd have to sell it at a reduced cost because they already sold it once. So it's classified as used. But we had a lot of them come in damaged and stuff in freight even before it got to the stores, that were decent money makers, and it helped the store out greatly. So you don't want to overlook places like that. We did Walmart for a few years, and I think they just got away from it. They just found that it wasn't worth the hassle to fix stuff. The problem with Walmart that I had with the manager, great guy, is he'd wait, and then like every 6 months or once a year, he'd say, can you come get a few things to fix? And you show up and he's got a whole yard of stuff. And I'm like, why weren't you calling us when you get so many units for a trailer? Because we charge trucking. If we have to come get the unit from one of the big box stores, we do charge for it. So what I explained to them, look, I have from a small trailer to a medium to a large trailer. I've got an 18-foot tandem axle trailer that it's still going to cost you the same to fill that trailer, whether it's one on there or if there's 6. So we did that for Walmart for a number of years. For Home Depot and Lowe's, they were kind of one-offs. They would get a hold of us and ask us if we could do something for them. And they paid with a credit card. And the answer was always yes. And I think Lowe's went in-house, where they're trying to do most of it themselves now. But the more and more aftermarket, the more and more manufacturers that are selling online, the big box brands and so forth, they're looking for places in their customers' area for shops. And it doesn't take much to fill out a repair shop requests for these outfits. And they'll usually tag you by email. That's how they tag us. They'll send me an email saying, Eric, would you be willing to work on our customer's unit? This is what its issue is, X, Y, and Z, and this is where we want to be. Can you do it? And I'd always say, well, let me get it. Let me bring it back, and we'll go from there. The least it's going to cost you is for an hour's labor to look it over. And a lot of the stuff that we saw from them, that was included in the hour to fix as well. So instead of just charging them an hour for diagnosis and then another hour to fix it, we just fixed it within the hour and told them, look, here's what we found, this is what we did, this is how much it's going to be, and all fine and dandy. The ones that we've had problems with, the biggest one is Massimo. Massimo is a Chinese company. They sell, knockoff everything from side-by-sides, four-wheelers, garden equipment, snow blowers, you name it. They're into it. If they can make $1 on it, they're in it. And Tractor Supply started getting into carrying the Massimos. And they asked us, would you be willing to be a warranty shop for Massimo? So if we have problems with our customer's machine, to look at it. So I said, yeah. Early on, most shops were set up to be a warranty shop for Massimo. They figure, well, it's good money, it's repairing and so forth. That's where it went downhill for us, is you couldn't fix the stuff. Most of the stuff was junk, and then trying to get parts. You couldn't get the parts. And then the biggest thing was trying to get paid. It's like pulling teeth. So it went from most shops in our area being a warranty shop for Massimo to we're one of the few that are left between here and PA and here in Vermont. What the heck happened? Why did all these shops back out? Because they weren't getting paid. And they couldn't get the parts to fix the stuff that was on it. And it was low quality. It was hurting their brand of, they used to say it was a Yamaha knockoff, but the quality just isn't there, and a lot of people buy it based on price alone. We've had 2 snowblowers already this past season that were bought on Amazon, Massimo snowblowers, and they both had the same problem. It was a drive issue. The first one we got paid for, but they wanted us to drive 60 miles to pick up the unit and bring it back to our shop and fix it, and then drive the 60 miles and drop it back off with their customer, because the customer said they didn't have a way to get it to us. I charged them $100, $50 to go, $50 back, $50 to take it back, and $50 to get back to the house, because it's taken over an hour each direction from the shop, and probably just covered fuel and a little bit of labor. But they paid that one. But I still got one sitting here from last winter that they haven't paid for. Same issue. So Massimo went from their own brands, and then Coleman bought into it. Coleman is the same thing. It's just a different, beefier version with a different name. See, now, if I wanted to go direct to China on a side-by-side, and I wanted to name it Edie's, they would do it. They paint it whatever color they want, and they put my name on the side of the unit, as long as I guaranteed to buy X number of units. And that's what these companies, the bigger manufacturers, were looking at, and they were, or the big box stores were looking at, and they were saying, we're missing out on this. We need to get into it. If at all possible, stay away from them. You know, I guess it's how bad you need to work, but they're slow pay, and they don't know how to handle business. The way it used to be done, when we were doing like with Tractor Supply, they would send us a work order by email for any unit. So we would then take and look at the unit and bill it out and send them our repair bill, and within a couple weeks there was a check in the mail. Massimo, we waited. This last time, I forced them. I said, you're paying with a credit card today, or we're not releasing the unit back to your customer. And they paid. So there's good and bad out there when it comes to warranty. Just be careful, you know. And you can get yourself in over your head on some of these Chinese units. So check the places out, like approach your local Tractor Supplies. You know, they're a good partner with. Depending on your area and stuff, you know, you still have, like I say, I think Lowe's is doing it in-house. Home Depot is one to tag. If at all possible, you know, stay away from any of the Massimo, Coleman's, and all them, because it's just going to be a massive headache. So on that note, guys, appreciate you guys watching. You guys from across the pond, I've been reading your comments. Thanks so much for watching the videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.